Welcome to another module. This is going to be among the final videos, among the final modules in this course. We've come a long way, we've done a lot of things. So, this is, you know, a video that I'm going to title or that I have titled Conducting Research Part 2, Look Over My Shoulder. So, basically, this uh is walking you through researching an actual cryptocurrency, right? So if you refer to previous modules, you would see that um when I was exploring the Ethereum chain, we kind of looked at a potential cryptocurrency that we could look at, towards we could look towards investing in, right? And because it was relatively low, medium to low market cap, mid to low market cap rather, and it it felt like a good investment. But like I said in that video, we didn't have enough information to you know ape in on it. So right now I'm going to be researching that project. I haven't done it before, so um we are going to be doing it step by step together. So I'm starting from this is X, right? Formerly Twitter. And basically, this is where I like to start my research from, right? You could start with a Google search of the token, that's also fine, but I like to start from X. So let's get straight into it. So that the token we are going to be researching is Golem Network, right? So let's search that. All right, here we go. Golem Network at Golem Project. So they have 168K followers on X. They have followers on other, or they would most likely have followers on other platforms. But Twitter kind of gives you a more reliable figure, right? And that's because a lot of people on Twitter are very tech. You find more techies hanging out on Twitter than you would on Facebook. It's not like you wouldn't find them on Facebook, but you would just find more on Twitter, right? On Twitter and LinkedIn. Although LinkedIn is more for people who want to launch careers, career and business people specifically. And then within them, you now have techies, you have writers, creatives, all of that. So anyway, they have 168K followers on Twitter. That seems like a reasonable community size. It's reasonably large, right? So now they have a link to their Discord, right? And then they described their projects in one sentence: open source, decentralized computing platform, building an ecosystem to provide computing power to the AI industry. So you can tell that they are an AI focused cryptocurrency project, right? Just based on this. But we still don't have enough information, right? So I was hoping they would have a link to their website, but this just links to their Discord. So right now I'm going to have to go to Google or any search engine, right? Or let me see if I can find it among their posts. Let's see. Support your project with the Golem Ecosystem Fund. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. All right, let's just go to Google, right? So we can work faster. So I'm searching for Golem Network. All right, so their website is golem.network. All right, so I landed on this website and it says create, compute, earn. Golem Network is an open source and decentralized platform where everyone can use and share each other's computing power without relying on centralized entities like cloud computing corporations. So essentially, this is cloud computing but on a decentralized platform. Let's Okay, they have a video. It's probably a snippet of what their project does. So let me just play it. So sorry. Okay, now that's interesting. So this is like their elevator pitch. It was like a minute and something, like it wasn't up to 2 minutes long. So yeah, and they were able to describe their whole project in that snippet, right? So moving on, we're just like scrolling, through the website, the homepage. Decentralized physical infrastructure networks like Golem can accelerate and power projects in diverse fields like scientific research. Okay, so yeah, the pin, decentralized physical infrastructure networks, is a concept in, okay, well, technically it's not a concept. It's a field of study, is it? Well, it's an area, right? It's an area where blockchain um can be, you know made to be useful, where blockchain technology can be applied to be useful, right, to people. And basically it's using physical uh objects, right, that have, usually physical technological objects, right, so wi-fi, a smartphone, a computer, traffic lights, all of those things, right. So basically it's connecting them to work like a decentralized network, right, and then harvesting the uh benefits, whether it's information or data, whether it's network um capability, You know, basically anything and everything that can be enhanced, right? Physical stuff that can be enhanced with blockchain. So yeah, moving on. What is Golem Network? Decentralized computing for everyone. Innovate with GLM and our community. So what brought us here is GLM, right? The token, right? The Golem token. So we're still, still going through. So all of this, mind you, all of this is marketing because this is their homepage, right? So they they will have website copy, they would have brought in experts. Okay, how best can we present our project, and it's not bad, it's a good thing, right? But it's just that it's mostly everything would now be mostly on the surface, right? Everything is mostly surface talk, so you can't invest based on this, right? You can't invest based on all of this because it's supposed to sound awesome, great, right? And it's targeted at their customer or customers, as the case may be. So, liberate your creativity, decentralized computing for everyone, innovate with GLM and our community, all of that, making it unlock the value of your computing power. They are just saying things that would motivate the person to take the next action, right? Explore synergies with the Golem community, join our Discord, right? And then we've gotten to the bottom of the page, right? The footer. So this says platform, community, GLM, resources, and about. Now, what brought us here, right, is research. Okay, we are interested in investing in the GLM token, but we need to know more, right? We want concrete information that we can refer to when someone asks us why did we make you know this decision or the other, and all of that. So essentially, we want to make sure that we get exactly what we came to find. So now, if you just look down here, you see white paper, right? But I want us to go to the docs first. Now, like I said in the previous video, docs are made for users, right? People that would actually use the the product, right, or the service. Now, the service is cloud computing. The people most likely to use a cloud computing service or services are the developers, right? Computer programmers. So, or tech companies, right? Exactly. So now you want to try to put yourself in their shoes. Okay. A lot of projects that cater to developers, you're going to find very technical information, right? You're going to find very technical information in their docs. Like now, for example, rather, we can see JS. This is JavaScript, right? JavaScript docs. This is Python docs, right? So these are programming languages. I'm not a programmer. I dabbled my hand into programming a bit a couple of years back, but it was a crash course, and then I felt I wasn't really cut out for the developer life, right? But that's besides the point. Okay. Um. So essentially, you are going to find, you know, a lot of technical information, but you're also going to find details about the product, right? That you might not necessarily see on the white paper. So let's see. So JS docs, Ray Golem docs. Okay, so let's go with the JS docs, right? I think, well, I don't know between JS and okay, maybe we'll just check the two, right? But usually one would do because it's just a matter of preference, right? You're either using you're either a Java if you're a JavaScript developer, then you would use this, right? If you're a Python developer, you would use the second one. Then if you knew both programming languages, you would just go with the one that you know you felt most drawn to, right? So yeah, how do you want to create? Welcome to Golem. The Golem Network is a place where your innovative ideas transform into reality. Here you harness the collective power of global computing resources. How to acquire GLM. To bring your creations to life on the Golem Network, you need some GLM tokens. Now, this is something you want to see as an investor, right? They are already telling you, okay, without knowing, they're already telling you that their product is directly tied to their token. So essentially, their token economy, or rather their network economy, works on or is driven by the token, right? So this is something you very very much want to see. So they are telling their potential user, hey, you want to bring your creations to life on Golem, you want to use our network, you need some GLM tokens, and then they are showing them how they could go about getting it, right? These tokens are the backbone of our ecosystem, allowing you to utilize and contribute to the computing power shared across the network. You can obtain our tokens in several ways. So now they are showing them a couple of ways: test network for developers, onboarding portal, cryptocurrency exchanges. Right. So they have a couple, Binance, Coinbase, crypto.com, OKX, the whole lot, right? So essentially this is like the starting point. And this is really, really cool, right? It's going to get pretty technical from here, but let's see. So this is what we tapped first. So let's see JavaScript. Okay, introduction. Create your JS apps using Golem SDK Golem JS. Okay, this is probably like a line of code. I don't know. uh so yeah, it's getting pretty technical, right? So you have libraries. I absolutely don't know what all of these do or what they are. This is line of code. This might be line of code. I'm not sure. You know, but this is like really technical stuff. Like if you don't know JavaScript programming, you would most definitely get lost here, right? So okay, they have a way the okay how the documentation is organized. Let me see if I can find something that is less, is non-techy. Mind you, don't let this discourage you, right? A lot of the time, um, you would find that cryptocurrencies and their projects are actually catered towards a tech-based audience, right? So it is that audience that now creates projects that will cater to the larger populace, the regular people, right? And then they'll create products like trading interfaces, all of those things, decentralized exchanges, all of that. So yeah, uh they have quick start tutorials. Start here if you prefer to learn how to write apps on Golem through practical use cases. Okay, then they have guides. So based on that snippet, right, yeah, they said their project is built on Ethereum, right? And they also said you can build on Golem, right? So that you can benefit from the cloud computing whatnot directly from the network, right? And this is like great stuff. So we already know where I don't think we want to go further, but let's check the tutorials. Tutorials are going to be techie stuff. Let's see the guides. but I think it's probably going to be really techy too. But I feel like I've gotten what I wanted from the docs, right? Because in a previous video, I already explained that docs help you get, you know, um, docs help you get like the customer's perspective, right? Because the project is trying to talk to the customer in the docs, the potential customer in the docs, right? And so from there or from that, I've already been able to deduce that the token is basically tied to the product. So you can't use the product without the token, and that's what you want to see, right? That's awesome stuff, because you don't want a token where the token is only used for maybe governance or something. It's not a bad thing, not a bad thing, but it needs to be really, really, really what makes the project something you can bet on, the cryptocurrency rather, something you can bet on in the long term, is that it keeps getting utilized, right? Governance is something that doesn't happen frequently, right? And then not a lot of, yes, we embrace decentralization in crypto, but not a lot of people are keen on um governance in crypto. They're just there to make money, basically. They don't really care, right? So okay, moving on. So this says guides, and they didn't really give me much, at least not what I was expecting. Okay, list of guides. Okay, there's a list. Let's see. Resource rental model. Okay, it's still really, really techy stuff, right? Because all of these are tech lines of code. All right, so I'm just going to, at this point, resign and head for the white paper, right? So we have we've gotten basically what we needed from the docs. Even if I was hoping we could find, like, some a bit of information that wasn't very, very tech inclined, but this project is actually very is high tech, right? So it was unavoidable. So let's just head for the white paper and see what that has for us. Let me click this about. I'm curious to see what they say. Mind you, the about page is also marketing stuff. It's also marketing stuff, right? We'll discover how we are redefining the future of computing infrastructure. They have 2024 goals. They want to embrace GPU power for AI stroke machine learning. They want to optimize protocol for increased traffic. They want to nurture project development with Golem technology. So this is their story. This is basically a roadmap, right? So this is their roadmap. This is everything that they have done so far. Why am I saying 2023 before 2020? Okay, it goes downwards. Okay. All right. Oh, it's an old project. It's quite old. This is like, wow, they are almost 10 years old. Okay, that's cool. 2014, 15. They're already like 10 years old. That's awesome. Okay, then white paper location. They're in Zug, Switzerland. Interesting. All right, let's just head straight for the white paper. I'm done. I'm done messing around. I hope it's not so large, so it can fit into the size of this video. Okay, 28 pages. Okay, that's reasonable. All right. So now, ideally, I'm supposed to consume the whole of this white paper, right? But for the sake of this video, because it's going to take me a while, right? For the sake of this video, I'm just going to check bits and pieces of it. Okay. But definitely, when you are investing, you want to read as much of the white paper as possible. Now, I'm not saying you must consume the whole thing, but you need to read enough to get to that conviction that okay, this is a project worth investing in, or the opposite. This is a project not worth investing in, right? So yeah, we will go through this white paper together in a minute.